You shouldn't be walking around like this. These people will kill you.
Very good.
Yo.
Vermin prowls around the streets all hours of the night, just like an animal. Maybe he's the vampire.
Don't start any gossip with that, Kringle. Heaven only knows where it might end.
Hello! Welcome to the show, guys. Or should I say welcome me? I was a little bit later hopping on while my music played. Daddy Joseph and I were having a conversation about his schedule this week. The company he works for, they're doing their yearly inventory, and he's the one person that they'll schedule to do it with the traveling team that comes in to do it. They give him no help. They barely give him a 30-minute lunch break. He'll work from like 5:45 in the morning until probably 7 o'clock at night with a 30-minute lunch break. And this will go on for a week until I finally lose my mind, like get really ugly and nasty. And he's supposed to have Friday off, but they'll probably end up be like, well, we're not done, so we need you. I'm like, don't answer your phone. As long as you don't institute a boundary, they will keep making you do something that is illegal. So, anyway, that being said, I'm a little discombobulated and frazzled because we had our lunch today, and then we watched an episode of Rings of Power on Amazon, and then we went to sleep. So my food is like right here. And I just woke up a little while ago. Luckily, I had already showered before lunch, because we got up this morning and we had breakfast, and then I played WoW for just a couple of minutes. Then we went on a walk. We did a long one. We probably did about 3 miles. And then we come home and he piddled around downstairs. I played a little bit more WoW, and then we sat down to have lunch and watched an episode of Rings of Power. So I'm very excited because the new season, starts in 3 days. And at first I was panicking because I was like, we're not going to be able to watch the first season before the new season comes out. Then I remembered the first season's only 8 episodes. Now, they're exceptionally good television. I mean, they're just so good. If you guys haven't watched The Rings of Power on Amazon, you're not being a person. In my opinion, while I love the Fallout show, I've gotten 2 episodes in. While I love the Fallout TV show, and it is very good, it's very true to the Fallout franchise. Rings of Power feels like you're watching a Lord of the Rings movie. The production, the budget, the costumes, the acting, the writing, the special effects, just everything that goes into that show feels like Peter Jackson made that series. It's so well done. So well done. Honestly, I feel like, as much as I love Game of Thrones, and you guys know I do, I feel like it's better than Game of Thrones. It's phenomenal. You should really, really watch Rings of Power. What is up, Thunder? It's good to see you. I'm just going around for a couple of minutes before the starts.
Thunder _ of Dragons played Epic Sax Guy for 0 bits.
I forgot I had my little alert text to speech thing. A little house cleaning first. I did have to ban someone in my last stream. Let me tell you, that wasn't quite the end of it. I didn't know until today. Because after I ended my stream, I'm definitely playing it wrong. Yeah, I haven't launched it yet, silly. Let me kill my music in the background. I don't even know if it's picking up, honestly, but I'll go ahead and kill that. And, I've got Twitch pulled up on the side. I haven't got it on anyone. I just need to know who's streaming when it's time for us to end so we can raid out to someone. And I'll go ahead and shrink myself down about there. And then, oh, no, not that. Not trying to move that. Every time I go to click on something in Streamlabs, I click on the wrong thing. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and go on the game. So, anyway, so what had happened was this dude hopped in. Now, I know, and you guys know, my game audio has been a journey, and I try my best to not have the music or the effects or dialogue or whatever it is too loud to where you guys can't hear it, that sort of thing, right? Now I'm gonna show you guys where I have my stuff at real quick. It's options and audio. I've currently got my master volume at 65. My music is at 50. I'm actually gonna turn it up. To 60, and then move my effects also down to 60. Actually, I'm gonna bring it all down to 60, okay? So anyway, I'm sitting here playing, chatting people up, that sort of thing, and this guy, Love Boy, I think was his handle, was just harassing me every 5 seconds. Turn it down, turn it down, turn it down. I can't hear you, turn it down. Can't you turn it down? Will you please turn it down? Show me your sliders. Open up your panel for me. And I'm like, dude, I've already turned it down. I even told him several times, like, I've turned it down in-game. I've got my slider on my Streamlabs about 1/3 of the way down. And I've got my actual speakers turned down as well. Like, I've done everything I'm gonna do to make this as comfortable for you. But at some point, I still have to be able to hear the game, you know? And he just kept on. And so finally, I just banned him. And I thought that was the end of it. No. He sent me not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 messages back to back. So obviously, this is someone who was not raised right. This is somebody whose parents never said no to him, I guess. Or if they did, he would just keep hounding until he got what he wanted. So I'm gonna just say this to his parents: bad job, and to any woman that he pursues, run and call the police, because it's probably gonna take that. So anyway, I've been running around on my main character here, Rio, she's badass. I'm in Halifall right now on her. But we're playing Aurora. She's our stream character, and, you know, we love Aurora. She's awesome. Now, I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys. Can you hear me over the game? Let me know now. That way, when I'm in the middle of something, people don't start, like, turn it down, turn it down, turn it down. I'm like, okay. Should have said something when we started. But if you guys can hear me, we're going to go ahead and continue on our quests. So, we were here in Freywold Village. That's the name of it. I couldn't remember. Why is she awesome? Oh, Aurora? First of all, she's an itty-bitty little thing. Okay, so anyone who plays World of Warcraft, they know that the minions are smaller than you normally. But gnomes are notoriously smaller. I want to say also, I have in my pet journal, pet families, flying and magic. I don't think it's a flying minion. I think it's just magic. I have in here the Imperial Mana Fiend. Oh no, the Void Wiggler. That's what it is. It's a miniature version of the Blueberry, right? Let me summon him. He's almost the same exact size as my character. Is my game music still loud? Are my sound? Well, I can't speak to my sound effects really. Now there is I don't have it on my character, and I do it a lot on this particular character because she's so tiny. She's a gnome. But there are little pet food biscuits that you can give to your minion that will shrink them, and then no, not your minion, I'm sorry. They're pet food biscuits that you can give to your pet to make them bigger. And so what I'll do sometimes is I'll give one to my minion to make it bigger, and then they'll pretty much match, and it'll look like I have two minions. It's crazy. That dude just literally just... That was rude. Okay, so we've got a couple of things we got to do real quick. Now, the game officially launched today. I don't know if it's officially launched yet. It might still be technically in early access because the official launch may not be until like 3 or 4 o'clock Pacific, which I believe is 6 o'clock my time. I believe that's how that works. I believe it's at 3 o'clock. I'm not sure. I actually haven't looked. See, once you hear the words "you have early access," you don't pay any more attention to how much time other people have. I'm not saying that to like have a big head or be ugly or anything. I'm just saying, like, once I knew I had early access, I didn't worry about when the game opened up for the rest of America or the world for that matter. Now, all right, we have to get glittering ore in Fungarian chunks. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, I forgot. I'm on my freaking mount. Oh, some of my guildies are having a birthday?
I need to target someone first.
Hold on one second. Sorry, I was talking to guildies because someone was like, happy 50th, and I had no idea that one of my guildies was even 50, because if you ever saw them, you're like, there's no way they're 50. They must be from Gen X, because Gen X, they don't age like normal people. I had no idea it was one of my guildies' birthday. And if you ever, I'm not joking, like, if you met this person, you'd be like, there's no way you're 50. You would take it as a personal insult that they were claiming 50. I was watching a TikTok today, and I showed it to Joseph. There was this girl that was saying something along the lines of, someone called her a dumb 20-year-old, and she's like, just so you know, I'm 38. And I was like, ugh. And then this is a girl who's sitting there with literally no makeup on. You can tell she doesn't have any makeup on. It's not one of those, I'm not wearing any makeup, and it's obvious they're wearing makeup. No. This girl had no makeup on, and she looked maybe 20. Maybe 20. And I'm like, 38? Oh, it made me feel so bad. It made me feel so bad. But I don't hold that against her. It's not her fault. And she was reading someone for filth without raising her tone, without saying anything nasty or negative. She was just like, you missed the point of the video, that's not surprising, and just so you know, I'm not a dumb 20-year-old as you'd like to think. I'm actually 38. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That's not fair. Alright, we're gonna kill this rare. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you guys, if you were planning on playing World of Warcraft, now's the time to do it. I'll explain that in a minute. What I was going to say was, the rares don't fuck around this time around. Let me tell you something. They do not fuck around. Now, some of them are easily soloable, but now I don't know if this is a thing with maybe they made a mistake. I'm not sure, honestly. But you'll be running around in the game world and a rare will pop up, right? And you'll be like, oh, I'm gonna kill that rare. You need to pay attention to what you're tapping, just on the off chance. Damn it, I didn't want to actually pull all of those, but I guess I have to now. In early access, or even when a new expansion launches, the rare thing will pop up on people's minimaps and they'll just run up and start attacking, thinking that everyone's gonna hit it, so it's, you know, soloable, you know, we'll all get credit, that sort of thing. You guys need to be extremely careful of that, because the devs are sneaking in like level 80 elite rares in certain areas, so you'll be running around and there'll be a regular rare that will pop up in one area of the map, and then close by another one will pop. Oh, we got a Shavara that time. But yeah, they'll pop up occasionally. Not even occasionally, like it's quite common for you'll think it's one thing and they're one-shotting people. Like, it's taking 20 or more people to kill rares in this expansion. It's batshit. I mean, absolutely batshit how tough the rares are this time around. I was like, I tried it several times. I was like, okay, maybe I just approached this wrong. So I'm gonna rebuff, which is a mistake because I've been losing my buffs left and right. I've gone through so many buffs just trying to kill like rares.
Conversation
I haven't had enough
initiated.
buffs for like my questing.
Be vigilant.
I speak for the Unbound.
So we now need
but
to heal
have
5
no master.
earthen.
This cultist command even
I meant to
our
tell you
stone
guys.
bodies.
I hit I hit level 80
Pilgrim,
on my main
your help
character,
is
Riondao.
appreciated.
And of course the first thing that happens is you get told, I believe I was in the Ringing Deep. I was just finishing up the final quest line in the Ringing Deeps, like the literal final quest line. And I hit level 80, and it's like, go back to Dornagal, which is where we're at now. We're in Kaz-Eldar, that's the name of the continent, and then the city is Dornagal. So I'm like, okay, so I go back and I pick up a quest to start recruiting the Earthen as an allied race. So I'm really super excited about that.
I need
I have
Findorn
the,
and Tregor brought to the pool.
I have the quests done as far as like part of the meta achievement that you need in order to recruit the Earthen as an allied race. The only thing I'm missing is the entirety of the campaign, meaning I have to finish the quest line in Hallowfall, which is where my main character is. I thought you were going to say you hit affiliate, darn. If I hit affiliate, that would be amazing. My thing is, like, I feel like if I hit affiliate, I would be so proud. I would be so proud I wouldn't be able to sit on that. That being said, I would continue to have my day job for a full year. Now, there's a difference between being affiliate and being affiliate. Being an actual, like you could turn it into a real career. Like, there are plenty of people who are affiliate and have their affiliate status and are barely scraping by just to keep the affiliate title. They're not even making a living at all. I would have to be able to make a living off of it for a full year before I left my job. That's just me. Oh, that's right. I gotta carry this guy. So I'm gonna pick up this dude. Why did it not do it? Come on, let's try this again. I'm gonna pick up this dude, and he's been miniaturized for my character. Isn't that crazy? They miniaturized him for my character.
Good. Now for Ebona.
Ebona. How is she doing?
She's fading.
My storm rook can take her to Dornegal. Perhaps the healers there can help.
Pilgrim, thank you.
Be able to have emojis and such. I agree. Right now I'm happy having my 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 sound alerts. Although that being said, there are times when sound alerts alert me. All right, I very nearly jumped out of my skin. All right, so we're going to get an offhand, which may or may not be a bad thing.
As you will.
Best mind your manners in the presence
Journey
of
to
a
the
queen.
Proscenium. Okay.
I
I forget where
dismiss
this
you.
is, honestly.
Take one of the rams, Pilgrim. It's no storm rook, but it's faster than going on foot.
I have never ridden one. But how difficult can it...
I feel like we're missing some quests.
I'll bring the Unbound to the Coreway. We'll meet you in Dornegal.
No, we're not. They're not, like, showing up as strongly. I guess once you've done them,
don't look busy enough.
go to Opalcraig and seek out Alvagar.
Back to work.
I thought there was another quest that's gonna... Unless... Did we already do the Delve quest, you guys? Wait. Where's the... Wait. Rekka.
What path brought
This
you
is about the
here?
pottery jars. I think we're supposed to pick up some pottery. Oh no, I'm supposed to pick up all three. Okay. I could have sworn, maybe on our last stream, we ran a delve. I can't quite remember. My last stream, I'm gonna just say this, it was a blah stream. Other than the excitement of having to ban somebody for just being an ass about things, it was very blah. You know what I'm saying? There was a quest or something in here. Also, let me just say this. It's not in here. These little houses that they live in are amazing. Look at that bed. I would sleep in that bed. It's on a slab of stone, but it's still got like a regular mattress. I bet that bed is firm yet very comfortable. I don't know how well I would like sleeping in it with the torch directly. Actually, the torch isn't directly above it. It's a little off. That right there is bothering me more than the fact that, although the bed is pulled away from the torch. Who knows? Could you imagine waking up in the middle of the night because a little ember popped out and caught your hair on fire? Or the bed in general? And look at these glowing crystals they have as lamps. That's so pretty. They're obviously huge bibliophiles because they all have like books and scrolls everywhere. And they've got like playing cards and a table. This is in a mug of, I believe what they call cinder brew. Look at this little lamp thing here. It's a mug with I guess a candle burning in it. That's really cute. They make these places look super homey. Okay, so I've got to find... And that's where we just came from. Multiple doors. There was a quest giver underground somewhere. And I'm trying to figure out where they were. Who knows? Alright, we've got to do this quest. Coden. Hand over the pottery. Alright, now we've got monsters in the dark. Slay the Ashen Stone Stalker in Jimbane Tunnels. Buried, not forgotten. Find Medina and her belongings in Jimbane Tunnels. Now, this was a quest that was not one of the easier ones to do. I need to check something real quick. Okay, I've got some weaver cloth, moss wool thread, full of weaver thread. Okay, so I did not know this until I believe yesterday, you guys. Blizzard is implementing a change with tailoring. Now they've changed a few things in all the professions, right? But they've implemented a change or two in tailoring that I don't know if I can get behind. Let me tell you what's going on. Hold on. Back in the day, what would happen is, you know, I would run around on all of my toons, killing critters and looting things. What's this? Like 3 weapon crates and recruit 5 warriors. Okay.
Resuming work cycle.
So I would just be living the dream, playing the game, right? No big deal. And anytime I would loot, there's something underground here. Freyworn Crouton. Freysworn. I keep saying Freyworn. It's Freysworn Crouton. It's gotta be this. We just came out of this little house. Anyway, so anytime I would have cloth on any of my other characters, I would just send the cloth to my tailors. No big deal, right? No big deal. That's not how it works anymore. Now, hello Anna. Anna the peacock, that's really pretty. Look at that beautiful bird. She's sitting over here by these warmed rocks, these little brazier. That's really cute. But anyway, oh, and we've got Amma and Anna. I'm assuming I'm saying their names right. Edelgon's journal. I didn't know this was a thing. But anyway, now, in order for you to collect cloth, you have to be a tailor. Now you can still open up like chests and stuff, like treasure boxes in the world, and find cloth that way, even if you're not a tailor. But now, if you want to farm cloth, you can exclusively only do it on tailors. That's problematic. Nothing in that little treasure chest. When I read that, I was like, there's no way that's true. And so I started paying attention. Let me tell you something. I've been playing on my main, Riondao, when I haven't been streaming. And other than like the few times that I've looted something, there's no cloth. Like the only time you don't loot them from, there's something below me. Okay, I understand. I know I'm supposed to be looting weapon crates and people. Maybe there's one of the people I'm supposed to recruit. The problem is, you'll be running around trying to find your...
Shout out to Thunder_Dragons.
What is... Oh, Anna or Anastasia Beaverhausen? You know what's funny is, I have a coworker I call that. What's up, Eric? Maybe it's down in this tunnel. All these little underground homes. I don't have claustrophobia or anything, but I don't know if I could live in a cave, but living like this would be nice. Although, that being said, this is the only outside part of the game that we're going to have. Once we leave Kazalgar, we'll be running around underground. But it doesn't feel like stress headache. I am really sorry. Those suck so bad, don't they? They suck so bad. Alright, there's somebody or something in this building. Oh, there it is right there. I didn't see it the first time. Alright, so now we got a ways to go. First things first, we've got more quests here, which is where we were a minute ago, and then apparently more warriors and weapon crates. Crappy things going on. I'm really sorry to hear that, dude. Do not let it get you down, because you are awesome. So there, take that. You're awesome. I made this character Aurora. It's not you. Oh, is this Family Things? If it is, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I'm really sorry. I know you have stressful situations. We'll just say that. Well, I'm sorry you're going through that. All the candles for all the people. My favorite scent of all time is hydrangea. It's incredibly hard to find an accurately scented hydrangea candle or air freshener. I bought one years and years ago from Big Lots, right? It was my favorite thing. It came in like this aluminum can, basically. It was heavenly. But I used it too much, and then I ran out, and now you can't find it anymore. Every time I fall in love with a scent from Bath & Body Works, I go back to get it. It's discontinued because every scent they have there is seasonal. That way it'll come more often in the hopes of snagging it while it's still there. Good Lord, how high up are we going? Jesus Christ. This is the tower that doesn't end. Ugh. All this just to recruit somebody. What's her name? Merrimack.
Speak freely. No directive needed.
The one person sending positive vibes to them. I was never much of like a flower scent person until I spent some time at my dad's house. He lived across some land that my grandparents had. They used the bulk of their immediate, like where they lived, land as like they raised cattle. And my grandparents were on one side of it. It was really long. Like, it was like a long stretch of land, basically straight forward. And then my dad was right here, and my grandparents were right here. And then there was this huge stretch. And my grandparents had this big, giant porch in the front of their house. And they had these two huge, I mean, taller than a person-sized bushes of hydrangeas on either side of the steps of their porch. And when they bloomed, they would get covered in these blooms. And I remember every day I would wake up, because we were poor country, and didn't really have air, so we have our windows cracked. I would smell the hydrangeas from my grandparents' porch, and I've always loved them since. I have a hydrangea bush actually outside on my back patio. Who?
Order.
Some years she's fine, she grows very well, she blooms very well. This year has been more of a challenge because it's been a dry year. We haven't had nearly as much rain as we should.
May the Titans carve your path.
Okay.
The Titans will
3
return.
weapon crates.
Be ready.
Okay. A lot of these quests are very samey. You turn them in and you're like, oh, these are very samey. And when I say samey, I mean like they're very much like quests that we've always done. They're not innovative. They're just fetch or kill, fetch or kill, fetch or kill, and it's grindy. Now, on some characters, you go through them a lot quicker because of the kind of characters they are. Like on my main character, I went through these characters a lot quicker because I mean these quests a lot quicker. Because they were, you know, I'm on a melee character, so you can just wade in there and kill everyone and everything. On a character like the one I'm playing now, it's more a throw out the DPS that I can and wait it out. You know, like the combat takes a little bit longer. I'm almost scared to do this because I know this is going to be a problem. Or not. Alright, let's kill this elemental. Alright, we got it. Oh, we can't actually just pick up the pearls? That sucks. I kill both of those very quickly. I'm fine with that. See, I'm actually, what's weird is like, I have a guildie who, bless her heart, she's playing a tailor who is having a really hard time looting cloth right now. I'm picking it up, so I hate that for her. And that's how it is sometimes. It'll feel like some days you have like a plus 1,000 luck, and then other days it's like, man, I couldn't get a breath of air, you know, like. Now, I will say this, it's been early access, and so we run into a situation where, you know, everyone's running around doing their best to hit 80 as fast as they can. I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, I have to hit 80 quicker than everybody else. I have to brag. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have one level 80, and I have not been power leveling. The only time I've run dungeons is when I've gotten the quest. I have not just entered a dungeon or just ran a follower dungeon just because I had a quest specifically to go there, do something, and come back. But a good thing, we're having a favorite of what I call summer salads. Oh, I remember you telling me about this. I think we had a conversation about this recently, didn't we? Like maybe just like 1 or 2 streams ago. I mean, 3 more pilfered pearls. That's a fun thing to say, isn't it? Pilfered pearls, pilfered pearls. Everyone loves my pilfered pearls. Oh shit, I'm about to pull this big chunky boy. Reborn Colossus. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. That's a problem. Okay, he's gonna be a lot harder to kill. We're gonna have to do some dirty work here. I could eat any one of those salads, honestly. Like, I really could. That sounds so good. Froyo! Ooh, that does sound good. That sounds really good. Oh, we got him. Jesus, that was rough. I'm still rooted. Alright, let's go ahead and make a health stone and use our soul stone. Because, you know, you never know. Oh, I'm still on my mount. So I've got to rework my mount on this particular character. I was talking to some guildies, and we're kind of like, you know, as good as the game is, and as fun as it is, we probably need to, like, get on our ground mounts, because I'd say 99% of all of the questing in this particular area, it's ground mountable. There's like 1 or 2 areas where it's easier to get to where you're going. No sausage or pepperoni. So what I do is whenever I'm in an area where I'm just traveling a lot, and it's not like, when I say traveling a lot, I mean running around in an area of this size. What I do is I put my ground mount on my bar. Deedle-deedle-deedle-deedle-dee. Where's the one I like using the most? There's one. There she is. Alright. We'll put that there. That'll work. Because see, one of the problems that I run into whenever I'm on my dragon riding mount is it replaces my hotbar with all of the dragon riding abilities. And so I'll fly down to like attack something, and then I'm like, I can't use any of my abilities, but they're beating up on me, you know? So if you're on a ground mount, you can immediately switch into combat.
We are the Titan's bedrock and foundation. May whoop your round take you far.
Heart of a hero. Now we've got to kill
We'll continue
Shamalama Ding
speaking
Dong.
later.
Oh, we've got, okay, so I've got this sword that I held on to. Can't use that. Where's the... Oh, I haven't gotten it yet. Oh, yes, I have, right here. So, right now I'm currently using a staff, right? If I use this sword, it's actually going to give me a huge buff. The only thing I'm going to be missing is crit, versatility, and avoidance. Whereas this one here throws in stamina, haste, and mastery. So, if I use both of these instead of my staff, I'm still better off. Yeah. Now, I was just saying that I didn't really want to use my flying mounts. I may have to just to bypass some of the running around I'm gonna have to do. I don't know, maybe I can do this on my ground mount. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. I think I can. I think I can. Hey, like them crabopples. I'm trying really hard not to really pull anything. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Damn it. This guy, Purgle Jurgle. Purgle Lurgle? I'm gonna have to get to him first. Oh, anyway, so back to my original vent about the, not rushing to get any other characters to level 80. I'm running this character for the stream. So, there's that. That being said, like, my main character, I just got to level 80, and I didn't do it by power leveling or any of that crap, you know? I just played the game. I only got through, like, 2 of the 4 initial zones before I hit 80. It's incredibly easy to get to level 80. I'm taking my time because I want the story. I want to know what's going on. I want to see all the cutscenes. I want some of the cool loot, some of the cool toys, pets, mounts, achievements, that sort of thing. All right, where are we going? We got to go over there now. We may have to just fly over there. Where's he at? Oh, Murgle Wurgle. So there's Murgle Lurgle, Murgle Wurgle, and Burgle Gurgle. I'm not making these names up. I'm not making these names up, guys. I have never in my life heard such names. I'm not making this shit up. That's hilarious. I'm sorry, that's hilarious. Blow it out your tube and burbles. Yeah, I know, right? It does feel like someone from, like, St. Olaf. It was Minnesota, wasn't it? I always want to say North Dakota or something, but it was Minnesota. I feel like I really need to read that out to Joseph. He'd probably laugh. He'd probably be like, okay, whatever. He doesn't show as much interest in WoW as myself or some of my streamies. That's what I call my chat members here, my streamies. He doesn't show as many people, I mean, he doesn't show as much enthusiasm. That being said, like, if I get something really cool or I get a shout out from someone who's, in our circles, we would consider famous, he thinks that's cool. Or anytime I get invited to NDA stuff, which I'm currently in, I can't talk about it. But anytime something like that, he gets really proud of me. Now, there was one streamer in particular that I watch who is a big Fallout streamer. He does a lot of, like, settlement builds, and he plays the game, he streams, he does a lot of Animal Crossing, stuff like that. His name's Cord. And Joseph will watch his videos with me, that sort of thing. And on 2 of his videos, I've been showcased. So Joseph was, like, really proud of me for that one. And then there was something else. Oh, Hazelnutty. I'm sorry, Hazelnutty was live streaming one day, and I was interacting with her, and she's like, "Oh, I know who you are," and I was like, wait, what? Like, and Joseph was there watching it happen, unfold, like, live, and he was like, what? Because he just knows Hazelnutty as that cute girl with the purple hair and the cat. You know, that's how he knows her. And when she said that, he was like, wait, what? She knows who you are? So that was really cool. That was a really cool moment. And I think that was probably one of the more proud moments that he's had. And it made me proud that he was proud.
May your choices
Nothing feels
return
better
you here.
than when you're passionate about something and your partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, parent even, or pet monkey, who knows, they all say, are we set in an episode of Doctor Who? Sounds like a good description. But yeah, nothing feels better than the person who you share your life with when they were very proud of you. That is a good feeling. All right, so we've got to go here and do these quests, the Ashen Stonewalker stuff. This is the time when I feel like flight is more than okay, because you have to get from A to B pretty quickly. And the devs, they built the game world, they designed it with the thought of flight, dragon riding in mind. Now, you guys know, I don't like dragon riding. I'm not a fan of it. That being said, they streamlined it a little bit and made most of the travel mostly like just jump up in the air and glide. And so for that, I am grateful. But like having to, oh, we've got one of those. Okay, we're just gonna continue on and hope for the best. So we're looking for the remains of a person who went missing. All right, we got her belongings. One of her belongings. We need two more. This guy we've got to kill. Oh, this thing come up behind me. Bitch. Alright, we've got two of so-and-so's belongings. Her belongings, or her body, I think her body is right down here in this little hole. Oh, great. Alright, yeah, her body is down here if I'm not mistaken. Oh, nope, I am mistaken. Alright, we got all of her belongings. Oh, there it is. There's her body. I knew it was somewhere around here. Must be Modena. Okay, yeah. Ah! You know, if I was really mean, I would let the guy who's, you know, trying to do the big show just tap everything, and I would just keep running. I was like, who's this little dude following me? And then I realized it's my pet, my Void Wiggler. I'm trying not to pull the little thing. So I'm skirting them like crazy. Oh shit, there's more of them up here. burn through all of it. Right, hopefully we'll get out of here without having to kill, but like this last one right here. Nope. Now I picked up a green. I need to tell you guys about that. Don't be suspicious. No. Oh shit. That's a mistake. Where are we going? Okay, we're going back to Freyswold Village. Freyswold or Freywold? Either way, we're going back to the village where they gave us these quests. I feel so stupid. Alright, now that I can park my tune. Pet monkey, I think you're the pet monkey between you and Daddy Joseph. I mean, accurate. So, he's sitting in here a little while ago, right? This is before we started the stream. He's sitting back there, and I'm like, kind of talking to myself, trying to jazz myself up a little bit, get ready for the stream. And he's like, can you calm down? And before I could stop myself, I was like, can you? Like, you're in my space. I'm trying to get ready for something to do, you know, like I'm about to stream. I need to get my energy up. I need to get like my mind right. And you're trying to calm me down? Get out of here. I didn't tell him to get out of here. I was just like, can you? And then he realized, I guess he realized what was going on, and he was like, you know, he left me alone after that. And then he was fine. He was totally fine. But I was like, don't interfere with the process. It takes a minute to get here, okay? I jazzed myself up. What it was is I was posting memes on Facebook and my advertisements and listening to music, and I was just, you know, just pumping myself up a little bit because, let me tell you, I didn't feel like streaming today. Let me tell you what happened though. See, what had happened was Friday's stream was a bit of a shit show. I had to ban that guy. And then as soon as I got off, I played on my main character for a while. And then Saturday and yesterday, again, I played on my main character. And I've been having so much fun that I was like, I don't want to stream. I just want to play. I just want to play the game. You guys know, like, have you ever, like, as Trixie Mattel calls it, there's an actual term for it. It's called flow, where you get so lost in it that you lose all sense of time, you know? Have you ever been, Eric, have you ever been, like, making something for your stream or just for yourself, like, and you get so into it that you don't want to stop? You're at a point where, like, I can't stop yet, I want to finish this, or I'm having too much fun, that sort of thing, or you're just kind of like talking to people and you're just in flow. So that's where I was having so much fun. And then we took that nap and I woke up so discombobulated. I literally, I'm not joking you guys, I sat up and I was just like, just sitting there. And he was like, are you alive? And I was like, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I have no clue what's going on right now. See, that's your thing. And, did I get raided? Holy, wait. Did I get raided? I'm not seeing a raid. Are you messing with me? Are you gaslighting me? Oh, are you? Oh, wait, you're not talking to me. You're talking to Eric. Now, okay. I'm gonna take Eric's side on this because yeah, I know you were just trying to say no, you're all right, but it made me feel bad. In Eric's defense, okay, he has an extremely active chat, and he's doing something where he is, part of his stream is interacting with chat. Mine is too, don't get me wrong, but mine is more play the game for people to watch and make funny comments and, you know, clips and stuff. When I have, yeah, same here. When I get rated, I have sounds that play. Oh, you're not helping you're not helping yourself, Eric. Shh. Oppie says, shh. Streaming is about interacting with the chat, but there are more than one way. This is something that I had a conversation with, I think it was a coworker of mine, John, at my day job, where he was like, saying something about he gets bombarded, and I had to explain to him, I was like, while you are allowed to interact or not interact with chat, whatever the case may be, remember, everyone streams differently, and what works for one person doesn't work for someone else. Now, everyone is on the same neurological playing field. Like, you know, I'm on the high-end spectrum of neurodivergence, whereas some people aren't on that spectrum at all. And also, at the end of the day, if you don't feel like interacting with your chat, you don't have to. You know, that can or can't be detrimental, depending on the subject matter of your stream. There are days when I get like real chatty with you guys, and then other days where I just ramble. You don't understand streamers that don't interact with chat. What is the point? The point is, it's their stream. You know, how do I say this? Because, and Eric knows, I don't mean this like ugly or catty or anything. It's just, everyone streams differently, you know? There are some people who will watch your stream and be like, that doesn't make sense. Whereas I watch it and I'm like, this is really hilarious. Like, I don't get to watch Eric stream live usually because I usually have to go to bed. But when I watch it, he cracks me up. Oh my God, the things that you do on that channel, like all the different songs and dances, the different hats, the craziness that goes on in your channel, dude, just crack me the fuck up. I'm not joking, like, I gotta take a second and get myself back together. Why have a chat if you don't interact? Well, first of all, I didn't build Streamlabs, so I didn't put the chat in, it's just there. But again, everyone, if I tune into a stream and the streamer doesn't acknowledge it, then that's a quick way for me to look. That's fine, that's your choice. But again, it's the streamer's choice whether or not to interact with somebody. Again, there's no right or wrong way to interact with your chat. I just had to explain to the person I banned yesterday, or I'm sorry, Friday, you know, even if I have the game volume up as high as it'll go or as low as it'll go, ultimately that's my choice. You know, I'm allowed to do that. You don't have to watch if you don't want to, you know, like, and if you do want to watch, just mute it, you know, it's not that big a deal. Put the captions on. It's not that big a deal. But I have had people who will really like get ugly and attack me sometimes for the way I handle my stream. And again, streaming it being live up for people to watch. If you didn't want to interact with chat, then just make videos and post them on YouTube. The same could be said for your channel. You know, like you like interacting with your channel, but why not just make them and put them on your channel? You know, like Eric is one of those. He's gonna argue, and swear he's right and you're wrong. But like there are a million ways to stream. There's no one way to stream. There's no one way to handle your chat. There's no one way to handle your audio settings. Like there are a million. I don't make standalone videos. I stream. Exactly. Same here. Like I've made almost exclusively streaming videos. But again, streaming it again. There's no textbook definition for streaming. You know, if you don't feel like interacting with your chat, you don't have to. You don't have to. You know, at the end of the day, the people that log into your channel to watch your channel, they can watch or not watch. That's their choice, but the streamer has control over the stream and the subject matter in it. That's why, like, I could have just gotten ugly with that guy who I had to ban and not banned him, just gotten ugly with him, but I feel like that would have hurt my channel and the content more, me showing my ass, than just banning him and moving on with my day. Little did I know he was gonna send me 4 different messages back to back, begging to be, like, I could tell this guy was trouble the second he hopped in. Because have you guys ever had someone hop in your stream that, like, from the very first thing they say, the energy is just bad? Like they're very like, it's almost like an attack, even though they're hiding it behind a positive message. It's like an attack, like, ooh, I'm gonna hijack your stream and become, you know, the center of attention. Honestly, sometimes I wish other people could be the center of attention on my chat while I just play the game and have fun. But, you know, like Eric says, I'm here to talk to my chatters, you know. The thing though that I think that Eric doesn't understand, and this isn't a critique towards Eric necessarily, this is towards several people have hopped in my stream and said this, you know, like, I shouldn't worry about the game so much. I'm like, I'm here to game. You know, I'm here to game. And I'm gonna game regardless of whether or not I'm streaming, or if someone just makes content without interacting and just do a video instead of a stream. I don't agree with that completely, Eric. I don't completely agree with that. I'm by no means a celebrity. It's like people give me shit about playing MMOs like World of Warcraft, but not doing group content. For the longest time, I had to defend myself, which I shouldn't have had to begin with, because I pay $15 a month to play the game however I want. You know? The way I look at it is, I play MMOs for the story. The stories are amazing, the cutscenes are amazing. Now, I don't completely cut myself off in MMOs. I join guilds because I like the social aspect of it. I like, you know, congratulating my fellow guildies and talking to them and learning about them and telling them about myself and helping them out, like by putting things in the guild bank or putting gold in the guild bank, that sort of thing, telling them happy birthday, that sort of thing. But I don't like doing group content. So many people playing WoW on Twitch, but what brings them to your stream is you, not the game. I would disagree with that, because right now everyone's watching streams on World of Warcraft because the new expansion just launched. They're watching any channel they can. And in fact, I would say that sometimes my personality can turn a lot of people off because I'm unequivocally gay. And anyone who's like a real gamer understands that the not just the WoW community, but the gaming community in general is extremely homophobic, usually. I mean, one-on-one, a person will be like the most open-minded, accepting, and this is not just in gaming, but in all walks of life. One-on-one, a person will be like, yeah, I have no problem with you. You're cool, I'm cool, you know, let's get along. But when they get around their friends, and you get more than like 2 or 3 people together, they become what I call socially homophobic. And so, when you add anonymity to that, like for instance, you know, someone just watching Twitch channels, anyone can hop on anyone's channel and spew some of the most hateful things. What's that say? Not talking about when expansion comes out, just the game in general. Now, I would say that I use my personality and the craziness. Oh, I gotta tell you about something in a minute, Eric. I gotta tell you about something in a minute. Oh my god, it's gonna trip you out. So, I would say that for myself, my personality is what keeps people. I discovered that I really need to work on the buzzwords or the hook for my stream, like in terms of like the title of my stream, because to date, my highest viewed video on YouTube is my one where I was playing a very low level character, a warrior, an orc warrior that I named Garrosh, because my thing, and you guys know this about me, when I'm not running new content, I like running old content, and I like playing alternate variants of lore characters. Like I have one for Gul'dan, his name is Gul'Daniel. I have one for Varian called Variant. I have one for Sylvanas. I have one for Garrosh. Well, I made one of my videos, I titled it Garrosh Returns, ? And I guess people thought I was doing some kind of like expose on some hidden something on World of Warcraft. So within like an hour or two of uploading the video, I already had like over 300 views. And I think to date I have 650 something views on that video, which isn't much compared to like a lot of people. But for me, that is like shooting for the moon and going to Mars, you know? Like that's crazy. Like with Crochet, there are so many streamers. I don't want to watch all Crochet. I tune into the ones that I like their personalities. And that's fine. But I can still watch streamers that I don't really like so much. Like, I'm not a huge... Don't get me wrong. I think Asmongold is hilarious at times. There are other times when I feel like he's being the worst parts of humanity, in the sense that, like, sometimes he can come across as homophobic or transphobic or bigoted or sexist. So a lot of the times I will mute him and just put on captions. You know, for some reason, my brain interprets it as I'm reading a book, a character, you know, and that's not who he really is. But I'll watch his channel because he is a little bit more progressive. He goes through like a lot of like Dungeons and Raids, and he also does streams on games that I'm curious about, but I'm not sure if I'm on the fence of. And once I watch his stream on the game a couple of times, I'm like, okay, that game's not for me. I didn't waste my money trying to buy it and then want a refund back, you know? Like, I will watch his channel because he streams a lot of games. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he's not really like, he does these regular videos where he just sits down in front of a camera and talks to his audience, and he talks about how, like, what he wants to do with his life, and you realize that it's very easy, and I don't know if this happens to you, Eric, but this happens to me and some of the other streamers that I've talked to, is sometimes you get into flow, you get into the stream of your persona, and you're having fun, and sometimes you say things that later on you're like, I would never say that in a normal situation. Like, why did I say that? I think sometimes that's part of it, and the other part of it is he's kind of pigeonholed himself into this character. Like, Dr. Disrespect, I don't know anything about that situation. None of us know. We all think we know. We know nothing about the situation. I'm not taking his side. I'm not taking anyone's side. I'm just saying, like, a lot of streamers are nothing like what we see. And so, I try not to be like that. I try to just, I would say that at home when the cameras aren't rolling, I make it sound like I'm a Kardashian. When this camera isn't rolling, I'm still this, but a little bit more pared down. I'm not quite as, you know, like, I'm not quite this bad. I'm the same on stream and off stream. That's not true. That's not true, Eric, because Eric always denies this. He's one of the sweetest guys. Like he gives me shit on my stream, sometimes a little too much. But he gives me shit on my stream. But he's one of the nicest guys. Eric is one of those who will hop on your stream and create this, and he even says it on his channel. So don't you say nothing, Eric. But he warns his viewers about this. But like, he'll get on my, oh, sorry. My toe was touching something. I forgot. I moved the cord to my fan. I'm sorry. ADHD, baby. ADHD. Oh, I thought there was something. I thought there was something under my foot because it moved for a second. I was like, snake. Anyway, Eric will do this thing where like he'll hop on my channel and he'll give me shit and be like, "You do give me shit on and off Twitch, but your delivery is different." Like on camera in real life, like whenever we video chat or something about our day or whatever, like we mostly just tell each other funny stories and make each other crack up. Like Eric is, and like he'll ask about my family, I ask about his family. And we'll talk about that later, by the way, Eric. But like, I've known Eric like close to 20 years. He's a sweet, sweet guy. I know if I'm going through something, which I was like a year or so ago. Yes, you can. Shut up. I can call him and vent, and vice versa. Like, Eric is a sweetheart. He really is, and he's done a lot for me. And in fact, I've got my little frog and turtle you made for me literally right over here. I can see him right here. But like, I'll get on his channel. I'm not saying you're not, you know, giving me shit off camera. I'm just saying you really ramp it up for when you're streaming. Now he'll be on his channel and just be like, you know, just going and having a ball and doing and like counting out where the stitch goes and whatnot. And I'll hop in and say something, and he'll laugh and chuckle, and then he'll tell everybody, he'll like, look, just so you guys know that whenever I go to his channel, you're gonna see me being sarcastic isn't the word, but he'll be like, I'm being a certain way. That's just a bit that I do. That's just something that we do. That's and I'm like, that's not really the nature of our relationship. That's what you do. But he's just like, he is a certain way. But like, he's also like I said, one of the kindest guys. He's hilarious. He's got a cute little smile. That's really all I can say about Eric. He's a sweetheart. He really is. He gives me shit. Alright, so let's pick up this quest. I've been running my mouth for too long. You do. I'm not saying you don't. You do talk shit to all your friends, but you amp it up a little bit when you get on my channel.
Welcome, Outlander.
Eric is one of those, like, he can't just say what he has to say and then sit back. He's gonna sit there and argue and argue and argue and argue and argue. Like, just argue. And I'm like, okay, calm down. There's more than one side to this.
Returning to task.
This is actually one of my more favorite ones. You literally just are making pottery. You're just making pottery. Some of these quests are very much like this. They brought back some of the same kind of quest mechanics like they used in Legion. You have to have the last word. He has his moments. Why am I not? Oh, I'm still working on the molding. I didn't see my taskbar over here. Okay, now I have to what? Unfire. Oh, I have to pick up the pot. Okay. I thought, okay, so then we place the pot, and I think that's it. Yeah. I thought that after we made this, it would go in our inventory, and it would become like some kind of like trinket or ring or something, or a hat or something. No, you literally just leave it here. That's the end of the quest. You never see this pot again. Now, she gives you these little pot making kits. I've got 5 of them on my main tune.
Let's commit our meeting to memory.
Yeah, I've got 5 of them on my main tune. So now I've got 5 on this tune. They're not soulbound. Oh yes, they are soulbound. I want to say my other ones weren't. That's weird. All right, so what do we have? We've got some shoulders. I can't use that. A mace. Can't use that. So, and the staff, of course, we can't use. I'm gonna disenchant this stuff real quick. Give me 1 hot second. Sorry, that's the wrong button. Bitch, open up my bag. Now these are bound to unequip items, meaning I could throw them in a guild bank or sell them or whatnot, but I'm gonna use them for enchanting. Also, I have so much gear. I have so much gear in my war bank, you guys, that I've run out of room. What I'm gonna have to do is off camera go through my war bank and pull all the old stuff out that's a lot lower level and disenchant it or sell it. I'll probably just disenchant it. And then just keep the new stuff that I've been getting from the War Within. I keep wanting to say BFA because every time we have a new expansion, they abbreviate it, right? So if there was TBC for the Burning Crusade, just Lich King for Wrath of the Lich King, then Kata for Cataclysm, Mop for Mists of Pandaria, WoD for Warlords of Draenor. I mean, Legion was the only one that had its entire name because it was just Legion. And Shadowlands, of course, was stupid. But there's BFA for Battle for Azeroth, and then DF for Dragonflight. And the War Within is TWW, but I'm not gonna go twibbleba. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. And then TWW is too much, so I'm just gonna say War Within, I guess. All right, so we're done here. I can't recall if we did the Delve. Did we do the Delve? I really can't remember, you guys. All or nothing. Let's do that one. Eric, are you streaming tonight? I can't remember if you said that earlier or not. I know you have a stress headache, but I can't remember if you said you were going to be streaming. There is a quest giver under here, Freysworn Crouton. I can't find the fool. Planning on streaming? Okay. And what are we doing tonight? Maybe it's in here. Oh, it is. I found Freysworn Crouton. Maybe Crouton is gonna ask us to make a salad. Honestly, like,
A new
meet Igris
experience.
at the Bossfruit Basin.
Let's commit our
Alright, I guess we're
meeting to
gonna meet
memory.
Igris. Stuff for my milestone stream that will happen soon. Didn't you just have a milestone like a year or 2 years? Didn't you just have 2 years? Something like that? I could have sworn you literally just had a milestone stream. Oh wait, there's a lady here. I forgot. This lady here. She's gonna ask me to
How are you?
find the thing about Basaltius.
Have a good one.
Basaltius is probably the one we need to do I have to ask people about Basaltius. Anniversaries in December and affiliate anniversary. I knew it was something. I knew it was something you just did recently. I was like, he just did something. I was like, did I hallucinate that whole thing? Which, I mean, fair. All right, let's ask about, but we have to ask, I think, 3 people? Either 3 or 5 people about Basaltius. And then we get sent to their location. I believe that's how this works. December and February weren't recent. It's August. Well, you just did something. Didn't also, didn't Blue just have something as well? Maybe it's Blue I'm thinking of. Maybe it's Blue. That's what it was. I knew someone had some kind of anniversary. That was recent. That was like, what, just like a couple weeks ago? Like 2-3 weeks ago? $37 from 1K. I am so proud of you, dude. I'm really proud of you. I think I'm 37 followers away from having 200. I think that's what it is. This must be a no-fly zone because every time I get near it, I get dismounted. All right, let's go turn this into her, and I think then she's gonna send us to the coast. There's a cave in the coast that we have to go deal with. She looking for something, this lady right here. It's not gonna end well for her. Not a spoiler.
Safe
If you
travels.
do the quest, you'll see it.
See you later.
All right, so we gotta go to a cave. So we're gonna fly. The numbers don't go up after 1,000? Oh, by ones. By ones. After that, I guess, what is it? After every 1,000 or every 500, you get, it shows it. Like, you'll go from like 1,000 to 1.5 thousand or something like that. Yeah, 1 point something. Yeah. I knew it was something like that. Now, on the one hand, you guys know, I'm a Bethesda shill, so, you know, I give them shit, like, when they do something wrong, but at the same time, I'm gonna play the game regardless. I love the game itself, and by not playing the game, you're holding devs who aren't a part of the problem accountable for something that they didn't have to take part in and they can't change.
Hello. Have a good one.
4 elemental
See you
cores.
later.
Why didn't she tell me that outside the cave? That's all I gotta say about that. All right, let's buff up real quick. I was about to say I don't have any buffs, but I do have buffs. Let's go ahead and re-soulstone ourselves too. Hello. Oh, I'll give you guys a pro tip. Because I just thought of it. Sometimes fish pools will spawn out here. Stop and smell the roses. Anytime you see a fishing node, just fish. I mean, unless you're surrounded by enemies, just fish. The game, we have roughly 2 years sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, but we have roughly 2 years in between expansions. You do not have to race to level 80 to enjoy the game. And also, I don't know if I actually picked up the War Within Fishing. It's called Kaz Algar Fishing, because that's where we are. But let me check something. I don't have Dragon Isles Fishing, but Kaz Algar Fishing, I think it will still pop up. It won't. Like all the other fishings are to 100, Kaz Algar goes to 300. 300. So, unless you just never want to level your fishing, matter of fact, there's a fishing node right here just popped up behind us. Go ahead and fish. You've got all the time in the world to do it. Also, now I don't know how it's going to work once you get your fishing up higher, but on my main tune, my fishing is I think like 105 of 300, so it's just a little over a third of the way there. Excuse me. Unless you're fishing a node, I don't think you can fish up fish in the game and level your fishing. You have to fish nodes. Also, interestingly enough, they have like treasure fishing nodes, which is something that we haven't had for quite a few expansions. Like, I think the last time they added treasure fishing nodes was Lich King. I could be wrong. But, yeah, I found a treasure fishing node and I fished up quite a few treasures. I was like, oh, this is cool. I could play this. Ooh, the bad guys respawned that fast. They don't normally respawn that fast. Alright, so we gotta turn this in.
Hey there. See you around. Safe travels.
Now, here's something I can't get behind. Here's something I can't get behind. So, the first couple of quests that you'll play will give you recipes and designs for professions, right? The problem is they're bound. They shouldn't be bound because this is a jewel crafting profession. I don't have jewel crafting on this, so I have to sell it for 1 copper. This would go a lot better if it was war bound, meaning you couldn't put it on the auction house, but you could send it to a jewel crafter and they can use it. And that's a really good, 245 stamina, that's a really good one. That's a really good one.
See you later.
Alright, so we gotta put these little gems down. My music is kind of picking up. Is it too loud, guys? Alright, now the old dude should pop up in a second. There he is. There's Basaltius. So we kind of got what we needed. We kind of did what we had to do, but this is not going to end well for this girl here. He's going to grant this woman her heart's desire.
See you around.
He's going to give her all the knowledge she asks for. We all know, we've seen Indiana Jones. We know how this is going to end. Turns her into a block of stone. He gave her all the knowledge she asked for, but turned her into a block of stone. I would say that Basaltius isn't a bad guy. I would say he's making sure that she doesn't take that knowledge and put it elsewhere. But leave it to, I was about to say Bethesda, leave it to Blizzard. Would it be cool if, like, they did something like that? They turned someone to stone and brought them back later. That would be kind of cool. Alright, so now we're headed to All or Nothing. You haven't seen Indiana Jones? Oh, bless. Now, okay. I would say that if you haven't seen any of the Indiana Jones, you can watch the first 3. There's the Temple of Doom, something else, and The Last Crusade. Those are the 3 that you want to watch. I don't know what that does. Did I get anything? I didn't get anything. I still don't understand what those. Okay, so anyway, those are the 3 to watch. After that, the newer ones, they're not so great. In fact, they're pretty damn awful. The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull had its moments, but it was hot garbage. It was hot garbage. And they're supposedly making a new one, or a new one just came out recently. I'm not sure. They say it's a little bit more true to the original, so it's not as bad, but I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen it, so I can't make an assessment. But the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was just hot garbage.
Oh, I was just thinking.
I would say that Harrison Ford is an amazing actor, and he's very versatile. Getting older made him a better actor because for the longest time they tried to pigeonhole him into action roles. I would say that, what does it say? No, what needs to be on the list of movies for the watch party? Lego Indiana Jones. Okay, so the Lego games are really cool. My brother and his little girl, Michaela, which is not the Michaela that hops in here only, but big Michaela. They used to play Lego Batman together, and that was probably some of her happiest memories.
The hallway must
You know, the
be
Peruvian forces,
protected.
it's done. I would say that having Harrison Ford in the newer Star Wars movies was really, really good idea. I would say having him in the newest Blade Runner movie was a really good idea. It was crazy seeing Deckard and what happened to I can't remember her name now off the top of my head. Oh God, what was that girl's name? I can't remember her name now. She was a replicant and didn't know it. Did I not loot that? I did not loot that. Weird. That makes me want to sit down and watch Blade Runner. Okay, so I have to say, the original Blade Runner is going to, in my opinion, going to be one of the best movies ever made. It's a cult classic. It's one of those that, like, it's really hard to capture the essence of that movie. The second one was really good. I don't feel like it was like 100% what it should have been. I feel like they tried to rely too much on things that they didn't even have back when they made that movie. I like movies that rely on a lot of like practical effects. I mean, CGI is cool if done, you know, sparingly and right. But so many more studios rely on it than is necessary, in my opinion. And then again, that's just my opinion. Not the right game this Monday, people, but I don't think we look at Friday nights. Labyrinth is that is a classic. You know, Joseph was like, I think 40 before he'd ever seen it. I used to make references to the movie all the time, and he was like, yeah, that's cool. Like, he had no idea what it was. And so I sat down with him one day and watched it with him, and he was like, oh yeah, I loved all these characters, and every character he named was, you know, a puppet. And that's when I discovered, you know, he has a thing for, not like a nasty thing, but he loves Jim Henson Studio things. Like, he likes the show Farscape, but his favorite character on Farscape is Rigel, who's a puppet, voiced by the talented, irreverent John Hardy. May he rest in peace.
Do you
And for once,
intend to
I'm not
idle
kidding.
all day?
To quote Trixie, you know what's weird is like, at the end of one season, Trixie made a joke about Leslie Jordan being dead, and they were like, what? And she goes, I'm kidding. And then at the beginning of the next season, the very next episode, they made a joke, and she was like, yeah, I made a joke, and now he's gone. Yeah, I think she felt bad.
Watch your step.
Alright, so I have to kill web spinners now, apparently. I thought I was killing web spinners. There's one. Avenue Q? What is Avenue Q? I don't think I've ever even been to Avenue Q. What is that? Is that what? Obviously, it's gotta be a show. I don't know what that is myself. Oh, a musical. No. And this is not aimed at any person, but neither myself nor Joseph really like musicals. I enjoy a comedy that might have musical cues, for instance, Connie and Carla. I'm fine with that, but like a full-on musical, hard pass. And on the one hand, part of it is I just don't like musicals. On the other hand is my ADHD won't really let me sit down long enough to enjoy something like that. And so I don't. Also, I just remembered, I've got a talent point that we haven't used yet. I need to get away from this big chunky boy. I gotta kill these web spinners. We don't stereotype here. He does. And see now, Eric likes to say things. He likes to gaslight. He's like, oh, I don't do this and I don't do that. And then he'll turn around and do it. And then be like, well, I do. I'm just killing everything. You know what? One of my fondest World of Warcraft memories is back when Legion was the current expansion. I was running around in Legion on my shaman, Poseidon, just running around, and I went to this area where the middle area was empty and devoid of enemies, but there was a bunch around, and I was running around just like killing. I would kill, turn, kill, turn, kill, turn. And there was a dude who was in the area, he was questing, and he was like impressed, I guess. So he just stopped. His character just stopped fighting. He didn't try to pull anybody else. He was just sitting there watching, and for like 5 seconds, I just killed everything around me. And he was like, you got this, boss. Go head out. Like, he was tripping me out. I was laughing so hard. I was like, now see, this is people like in the game community supporting each other and like just promoting a good time. This is why I love gaming. If you were gay, that'd be okay. Now again, and I talk about this seems like every stream now. Please don't misunderstand when Eric gives me a hard time, guys. He's not hating on me. He is a good friend. He just does it to give me a hard time. He's like this with everybody. He does amp it up a little bit for the stream, but he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Eric is one of those guys who will give you the shirt off his back. Complain the whole time, but he would do anything he's just got a big heart. Alright, where am I going? Okay, we gotta go turn these two in to the guys that were on the other side where the gates are. Oh, fun fact, you can hop up on these carts. Check this out, You can just get on the cart, like sit on the front right here. You can just get on it and ride it all the way to the end. I thought, because I thought people were like glitching and cheesing. I've seen people get on their mounts and hop up on here, and I'm like, okay, that's cute. And then I went running past one day and realized, oh, you can actually ride them. And you can ride them across the map in some areas. Because this isn't the only place where there are mine carts. If you were gay, that'd be okay. I mean, because, hey, I'd like you to... Eric, shut up. Shut up. Stupid. Oh, also, let me just nip this in the bud. I had someone whisper me 2 days ago. My go-to thing, and this is probably just like a regional thing.
Did you find something?
When I'm laughing and kikiing with somebody and they say something silly, I'll say, oh, you're stupid. that is not me saying you're stupid. That is me saying, oh, you're silly, or you're funny, or you're crazy, ha ha ha, that sort of thing. Around here where I live, it's quite common for someone to be like, oh, you're so stupid, you know, like, that's what that means. That is not me calling someone mentally unstable or anything like that, or intellectually deficient. That is where I live, that is a common saying for like, you're being so extra, you know. I use that with everyone I know. So sometimes, I was streaming, when I first started streaming, and Eric, he'll remember this, I was streaming one day, and we had a person in our friend group who is problematic, we'll just say that, who decided to ride my coattails and create his own stream channel. And rather than just stream content, it was like a reactionary video to my streams. And him and his friends would sit down and cut the rug and say funny things, and most of it was cute and all that. Well, one day he got on my live show and was saying something, and I made the comment, oh, you're stupid. He got so big mad about it. It was, I mean, he got ugly. Ugly. And matter of fact, I want to say that was the last one of his streams. And Eric had to explain to him, like, hey, that's not him saying you're stupid. That's him being funny. Like it doesn't mean what you think it means. There's more than one definition for that. And I reached out to him and was like, hey, yeah, that was not what I was saying. Please don't be offended. You know, are we cool? And he's like, yeah, we're cool. And then like a week later, he went off on everybody, lost all his friends, that sort of thing. But neither here nor there, just saying. I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful of not just what I say, but how I say it.
Need something to do?
Get to the bottom of the mine and find Cinderag.
Stay productive.
Cinderag. Yeah, Eric will tell you, that guy is nuts anyway. He is absolutely nuts. That is someone who is literally supposed to be medicated, and I'm not gonna like tell tales and whatnot. Eric will back me up on this. This is someone who is supposed to be medicated, and when he gets on his meds, he's fine, he's friendly, he's competent, he's, you know, a charming guy, but then he'll think, oh, I'm cured, you know, and then go off his meds thinking he doesn't need them anymore, and then lose all his friends again. Yeah. I mean, Eric, without naming names and telling tales and keeping it general, did I say anything that wasn't true? I thought he was. He told me one time he was on meds. Again, this is someone who is a pathological liar. And Eric will tell you this. This is someone who tried streaming, or every endeavor he's ever made has been like if he doesn't get immediate results with whatever endeavor it is, he's done. Yeah, he's done. And I think Eric is texting me right now telling me to shut up. Let me see. Oh, what did you send me? Oh, Eric, before I even look at this, do you remember that thing you sent me that time where the guy was like, she's in my peonies? I may not know a peony, but I know a bitch when I see. Remember when you sent me that? Someone just sent me that. Or no, someone was talking about that. And I love that clip too. Eric, you gotta send that clip. Put the clip in here if you can find it. Put the clip in here so everybody can click on it and watch it. Yes you do. You need to make that a redeem. All right, so what are you sending me? If you were gay, Avenue Q. Okay, so I'm gonna check that out when I get off the stream. But that is, to this day, I love that stream. I may not know a peony, but I know a bitch when I see one. Like, he's so dramatically gay. Like the Hollywood version, like the stereotypical, like, oh, you know, like very, like, oh, what's her name? Auntie Albert from the Birdcage, very much that, you know. Oh, it's hilarious. It is hilarious. And I'm still waiting, Eric. I'm still waiting. We haven't done our Celebrity Death Watch in a minute, and we haven't had our, I wouldn't be surprised if we never saw Denise Richards again moment. Yeah, it's like 40 seconds, but it is so camp and it's so hilarious. It's so funny. It's so funny. I know Joseph is downstairs and he heard that high-pitched scream and he's just like... I have this bit I do with Joseph where like we'll be like cutting and he'll say something so outlandish that I'm like, police! Like that's my thing that I do with him. And it cracks him up. But for the longest time, anytime wait, where's my minion? Where's my minion? Did he die? My minion died. My pet isn't even with me. Oh my gosh, I gotta, okay, hold on. There we go. Can I put, I can put it on a hot bar? Okay, I gotta see if this actually works. Hold on. Edit mode? No, wait. I can use my pet to go into edit mode? That's kind of cool. What about my minion? Ah, I can. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Okay, so we've got to kill Cinderag. And there's a rare here, Emperor Pitfang. I mean, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, that's a big fucking snake. Oh, and he after me now. It didn't help him at all. What did we just get? Ooh! We got new cloth. Oh, yes, absolutely. Okay. All right. Much shorter than the hamster song. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so, I don't know what made me think of this. Clips, I guess. Okay, so, I might have mentioned this already, I'm not sure, but you know me, I'll repeat myself. I don't care. I accidentally re-uploaded a clip to TikTok, right? I didn't know I'd already uploaded it, so I just uploaded it thinking I hadn't already done it. And the first time I uploaded, it got like 30, maybe 40 views, I'm not sure. This time around, it's got over 600. It's got close to 700 views, and it's the Klarna clip. Who knew that me just being silly because of Eric putting things in my chat would net me that many views on TikTok? I'm not joking, like, it's so nuts. In fact, I have a member of my traveling team that comes to my location at my day job that comes every Monday. She saw the clip and left comments on it. Like, who knew?
Thunder_of_dragons played applause for 0 bits.
This quest is automatically accepted by the game.
Keep
what does that mean?
Informed.
I guess that's what it means. What is this? Opal ore. Okay, that's what opal ore is. Okay. There's supposedly like something that spawns. What is this? Shimmering opal lily in a cave. Is it this? It's not this. But according to this, it should be like, can I get out of the water? Please get out of the water. It only takes a puddle for my character to suddenly drown. Wait, is this it? No, that's a blessing blossom. I could use one of those too! I guess it hasn't spawned. Some of the treasures, once they've been looted, they take forever to respawn. Maybe it shows up in my... Oh, at the bottom of the cave, despawns for a while after someone loots it, so you might need to... I remember in beta, I was running up to like loot it, and there was a guy standing there. He waited till I got within looting distance, and then he snatched it. And I mean, it took everything I had to not get real nasty with it. Because I was like, you did that shit on purpose, you son of a bitch. Now, I did have a conversation with someone today where this person was trolling. And I was like, I just messaged him and I was like, please stop. And he's like, what? I'm just questing. And I'm like, no. I was like, you're trolling. You're being childish and immature. Please stop. And he's like, well, it's because I am. And I was like, so I sent him a message and said, you're exactly why people hate the gaming community. And then I blocked him. And that was that. I really wish I could loot this thing. I don't have herbalism on this character, but the herbs in this game are so pretty in this expansion. I'm not joking, they're so pretty. So pretty. Now again, I'm aware that me making that comment was a little extra, but again, like, you can tell, like, the problem with, okay, on the one hand, I appreciate WoW creating an early access as a reward for people who pre-order the deluxe version of the game. You know, I always buy the deluxe collector's edition of the game. I always do. I do with ESO as well. I do with Fallout. I do with the games that I play. And like, if it's a game that I'm streaming just to stream, just to have something on my stream, I don't necessarily buy the deluxe version. I get the version that has the content that I'm gonna play. But if it's a game like WoW or ESO or Fallout that you guys know I'm very passionate about, I'm gonna get the super duper deluxe version because I want to support the devs that worked on the game, all the hard work that they put into it. I mean, you guys know, Fallout 4 alone, I own every version of that. And Skyrim, I own every version of that. And there's like a lot. The only version I don't own is the Switch version and the version that they actually made. This is a real thing. I thought it was a joke at first. But during one of the recent Bethesda cons or whatever, they made I thought a joke about putting it in smart fridges so you could play Skyrim on your smart fridge. No, that's real. What's his face? Todd Howard was like, it started off as a joke. We were just gonna see if we could do it for the little video that we made, the little skit, but come to find out it's real. You can actually play it on a fucking smart fridge. You can install Skyrim. Alright, we're gonna tell this guy, no thank you. You guys know how I'm about that. I can't stand that shit. I can't stand that shit. I'm just trying to enjoy my game. Oh, that's my Shabara. Talk about a really cool casting animation. I was like, that dude was a melee class. What's he casting? I want that spell. I'll do whatever I have to. The age of dumb appliances. Yeah, I don't. Okay, first of all, I don't have a smart fridge. Second of all, even if I did, I wouldn't go that far. Because who wants to stand there in front of a refrigerator and play a video game? That's just stupid. That's just stupid.
I'm still working.
That's really stupid.
Are you leaving?
That's really stupid. I can't say it enough. Like, that's really stupid.
You go wherever you please.
Help Cindereg inspire the
don't
Earthen
you?
Workers. Okay, well that's easy. We just talked to him. Oh! The Storm Riders will be here at any moment. I'm gonna pick the nice option of dialogue for each one of them. I tend to do that actually, and I think that goes back into my personality, how I like to play like the good characters. But let me tell you. So you guys know I don't respond well to when I'm running around in the game world just playing the game, other people tapping my kills or thinking that they're being helpful. That's, you guys know, y'all guys have seen me be like, no thank you. And some people get really big mad about it and want to sit there and argue with you. I'm like, I appreciate the fact that you're playing the game and you're playing it the only way you know how. I was like, but 20 years ago, if you did that in this game, you would be blackballed from joining any guild. You would be put on blast on social media. You would become a pariah.
Keep me informed.
And I know the game has changed to where it's open tap, meaning if I'm fighting something and someone else comes up and taps it, they get credit as well and they get loot as well. Now, I'm very vocal about that. That's just who I am. That being said, some folks have gotten so used to that being the status quo that they expect it now. I'm running around yesterday on my warrior, just having a grand old time in Halifal, minding my own damn business. I'm on the wrong mount. Minding my own damn business, right? Just having a blast. I'm gonna park myself right here because old dude is, oh, there he is right there. Never mind. I didn't think he had spawned. He had. Anyway, minding my own business. Just having a grand old time. I'm running around killing stuff as I should. Just doing my own thing. And all of a sudden I get a whisper from someone, and the dude is like, ugly, like, gonna lurk. See you later, Eric. But the dude, this person, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, all I had was a name, I'm not gonna name the name, for two reasons: A, anonymity, and B, I can't remember the name of the person, but sent me this really nasty message like, F you for doing that. I'm like, hello? Like, it was like, what did I do? Who is this person? What is going on? I didn't do anything. I quested, and then I went and turned in my quest, and all of a sudden I'm getting a message from some rando in the game, F you for doing that. And so I messaged him back, I was like, are you talking to me? Or was that meant for someone else? And I thought that would be the end of it. Oh, no, he's like, I'm talking to you. I was killing so-and-so, and you should have helped. First of all, I don't freaking know you. You know, I don't know you. I don't know who you are from Adam. I've never heard of you. I don't even remember walking past you. I don't remember seeing it. But I mean, like, I get blinders because I'm questing. I'm doing the stuff for my character. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, everyone's running around helping each other. And I was like, no, everyone is not running around helping each other. Everyone is every man for himself right now because everyone's trying to get as many level 80s right now as they can so they can brag to all their friends they got so many level 80s before early access was even over. Me, I'm questing on one character. I'm just having a ball. I'm doing my own thing, and you guys know. Now, the people in the game world don't know who I am. They don't know how I quest. I get that. But again, it is not my responsibility to save you from something that you oversized yourself on. You know, like, if you thought you could take on that enemy, go for it, big boy. That doesn't mean it's my responsibility to bail you out. You just know
We all have our
this is someone who's never had someone say no to them their entire life. And when they do get told no, they pitch a bitch and they whine and complain and holler and squall until they get what they want. I don't play that shit. I'm from a lifestyle, and I'm not gonna say a generation. I'm not gonna say like I was raised a certain way, because if I was anything like the way I was raised, I wouldn't have a damn thing. Let's just say that. But I've been through things, and I've learned that ain't nobody gonna help me but me, and I don't need anybody to help me but me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I fall down, I'm gonna pick myself up, dust myself off, and keep going. I'm not gonna like blame other people for failing on some shit that I took on.
You go wherever you
I was
please,
just like,
don't
I'm literally just enjoying the game, and then all of a sudden I get a, you know, F you for doing that. Who are you? You know, like, that blew my mind. I just
Our
couldn't believe
forged
it.
paths intertwine.
Okay, so going off on another tangent. Professions. Professions in this expansion are way too expensive. Look at this. In order to have fishing for this expansion, it's 95 gold. That ain't nothing. I'm leveling blacksmithing on my main tune, and the first couple were just a handful of gold like this. I'm up to 200 gold a recipe now. Holy Hannah, that's too much. All right, we'll train. What is an Algari Weaver line? What is an Algari Weaver line? What is this? It's crafted by tailors and binds to any fishing tool. Your Algari Weaver line grows as you find seeker thread and angler thread across Kaz Algar. This knowledge is shared amongst your warband once you've collected enough threads. Now I have 2 on my main character. Tunes. Okay. So it's a common. Okay, that's not a stupid question. That's not a stupid question. I'm here to just entertain, but I'm also here to educate. This is edutainment. Okay. Thank you so much for asking me a question I can actually talk about. So, okay, it started off back in the day when MMOs were in their infancy, like World of Warcraft, RuneScape, Ultima Online. Those games were known for their cartoony graphics, right? They were there. It's a very, more and more games are coming out with hyper-realistic graphics, whereas World of Warcraft has really doubled down on, now they've upgraded their graphical fidelity. I mean, it looks really pretty. Now it's more fantastical stylized, but back in the day it was more stylized graphics. Like if I wanted to, okay, you guys want, okay, let me show you a little something. All right, let me go to model, maybe that's not it. There used to be a way, there used to be a way to turn off the new character models and only use the old ones, vice versa. Now they don't allow it, but let's go to graphics, and I'm going to turn the graphics down as far as they'll go. Now, to be fair, even with the lowest setting graphics, I have a graphics card that is going to make the game still look pretty good. So we're going to go all the way to 1. I can get it down to 1. Okay, and apply. Now, pay attention to all this. Matter of fact, let me close my mini-map. Pay attention to this whole area. It's going to change a little bit. Okay, you see? The, everything gets kind of blurred and softened a lot. A lot of the ground clutter is gone, like gone. And the way that, the reason for that is like specific things like certain bushes and trees. Look at the trees, they even look worse. The game has certain things built into it, but a lot of the ground clutter, believe it or not, is placed client side. And whenever you run around, depending on where your graphics are set to, you'll watch the grass and leaves and stuff literally populate around you and then disappear as you get further away. That's the way the game used to work. Like, look, there's no texture to these trees. They're very smooth. They look like big giant turds, basically. Like, so, and a lot of people still use the term alt, but we started calling our characters tunes because of the cartoony graphics. And alts are still sometimes called alts, but a lot of times we just call all of them tunes. Like this particular character, you know, this is this tune. My main tune is Rio. Also, even like my character, even though she looks okay, if I go back up to like the best graphical settings, which is even at the best graphical settings, I don't mean it as a like a ha 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 thing, but like I have a graphics card that is generations and generations way past what the game was originally designed around. So like, it plays it very well. See the difference? Like, the trees actually have a lot more texture to them. The grass and bushes, they're everywhere now. The character models pop a lot more. Like, yeah, I really wish I could show you how the game used to look like 10 years ago. And the last 10 years, they've really started pushing the limits of the game itself. Now, they've put in a lot of new stuff into the engine. They've added new things to the engine, like new shaders, DLSS support, RTX support, stuff like that, ray tracing, God rays, all that kind of stuff. And so the game really looks amazing. Now, again, my graphics card allows me to populate grass and flowers and bushes as far as the eye can see. That being said, there are still a few every once in a while, I'll, like, especially in dragon riding, because the draw distance is so far away. Like, back in the day, when the game first started, they hid most of the game behind fog, so your game wouldn't have to render all this stuff in the background. Like, anything past where this ground ends right here would just be fog, and you'd see, like, a shape or two, but nothing like this. It would just be, like, foggy shapes. Everything was hidden behind a wall of fog, and as you moved, it moved with you. It was like a bubble of no fog, basically. That's how the game used to play. Now it's pretty nice. All right, let me turn my mini map back on and open my quests back up. We're gonna go here to Frayed Legacy. You're welcome. I know I really went the long way to explain that, but I feel like I didn't go on quite as many tangents that time. This particular area that we're about to be questing in is not my favorite. Not because it's bad quests or scary or anything like that. There are so many people doing these quests, and there are multiple variants of quests in this area that they kind of overlap to where, like, getting to your quest objectives is problematic. Let's just say that. But yeah, Thunder, if you have any questions about this game or just gaming in general, feel free to ask. There are no stupid questions. Like, to this day, I've been a gamer since I was a little kid. I used to be like, I'm 30 years old. I used to say that one all the time. Now I'm 44. I just turned 44. To this day, I still ask questions. I still learn things every day about gaming. I just learned today about or maybe it was yesterday. It was either yesterday or today, about the changes in tailoring. I never read that shit anywhere. And I don't like it.
Experience.
Collect 30 boss brute spores from Fungarians in boss brute basin.
May your choices return you here.
Excuse me, I am so sorry. That was so rude. I'm so sorry. Before we do that, though, we're going to... I'm sorry. Tailoring, that's what it was. I want to unravel. Do I ever? No, I'm going to unravel... No, not the Weaver Cloth. I need the Tattered. Is it called Tattered Weaver Cloth? Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm thinking of Dragon Flight tailoring. Okay, so yeah, you unravel the Weaver Cloth. See, this is very, to me, oh, I can't do it here, I have to. This is another thing I don't like about, and this is for every profession, not just tailoring. You have to be at a specific location in order to level your professions. I don't appreciate that. Now, the workaround for instance, engineering or blacksmithing is, like, you have to have a forge, right? In order to do a lot of your crafting. You have to have a forge and anvil. Now, there are those little portable, I forget what they're called. They're made by engineering in Legion or Warlords. You get this ability to make these little portable anvils, basically, and they have a built-in forge. And so blacksmiths have that. But, like, if you're an alchemist, you don't have a portable alchemy station. If you're a tailor, you don't have a portable tailoring table. Inscription, same thing. Like, the only person who has anything that you can get through that little caveat is blacksmiths and engineers. Now, again, I'm not complaining because I like having that, but I don't like the fact that I'm tied to going to specific locations to level my professions. That being said, I would understand if it was like a super high-end recipe, like, say, for instance, like end game content gear that you were crafting, like specialized gear, like you only like the 20% of the player base can make this particular gear. Go to a table and use that table. But for, like, just getting started, like, I'm just getting started on tailoring. I'm at level 19 of 100, right? All I'm doing is unraveling cloth into thread. Why do I need to be at a table for that? That's so freaking stupid. Also, this should be right up Eric's alley because, you know, he's a crafter. He'd be like, oh, I know what that is. You know, like, that should be him. Can I use that? I cannot. What about the slippers? I cannot. What about the cuffs? I cannot. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so, wait, what about this? Can I use this? I cannot. Can I use that? I can! Yes, queen! Alright, so I guess what we'll do is we'll go ahead and disenchant these pieces. Now, I haven't checked to see if I can enchant any gear. Can I enchant any gear? Oh! This is Dragon Isles enchanting. Oh, I haven't learned the enchanting for Khazalgar enchanting. Okay, so what rings am I currently wearing? A spinner's hoop of the Aurora and a Fell Soul ring. That one's enchanted, this one isn't. So we're gonna enchant that one with the Writ of Crit Strike. Okay. Alright, I don't care about that. I don't care about those. Okay, that's it. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. Let's go kill shit. How about that? Actually, I'm right here by these things. Now, while we're here, we've also got this bonus objective that popped up that will give me, I don't know how much gold, honestly. I'm not trying to be funny, guys. My digestion has been all over the charts, basically, like all over the place since I went on vacation because I'm just gonna give you guys TMI right quick. People who know me know this about me. People who like me know this about me. This Shavara she's pretty badass. Anyway, I'm the type of person, I can get stressed at work and then I don't go, right? Like that's my normal. I'll get so stressed and then I just don't go. Hold all my going in, basically. Now, when I get home, usually within like 5 minutes of, they just ran off. Usually within like 5 to 10 minutes of getting home, I start relaxing. And then I go. No big deal. Well, since I've been on vacation, my normal has not been normal because my body's like, what's going on? There's no stress, but at the same time, we're holding it in because this doesn't feel right. So for the last 2 days, all I've done is cramp, and that's it. I don't know what's going on with my body, but my body has become a stranger lately. I'm just making sure that big guy that's walking around isn't like super close. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, target not in line of sight. Okay. I'm making sure that we're not about to pull anything walking up on me, because that big dude that's walking around can do that. Now this guy here is a level 80 rare. That's what I was telling you about earlier, that the rares don't fuck around. We're not fucking with that. That dude can sit there till the cows come home. Now I have killed it on my main, but only after about 20 or 30 people all ran up. It takes a lot of people. You have to be a tank spec, first of all, in order to even attempt it. This dude here don't know what he's in for. He's gonna hit you in a minute, and it's gonna be game over. Yeah, he's done. He's done. That's how fast it is. See, I'm so glad someone attempted that. I'm so glad that someone attempted that to prove my point. Don't fuck with the rares in this game until you look and see what their level is, because the level 80 rares are not easy for level 80 players. A single level 80 person, you can hang it up. Okay. So don't even attempt it. Like, seriously, don't attempt it. You will not like what happens to you. It's so humiliating isn't even the word. I'm not joking. Like, it's more like, what the fuck? Like, you have no warning. You're literally in a fight, and the next thing you know, you're dead. You're like, did I just get one-shotted? And that's literally what happens.
Forged paths intertwine.
Okay, search Fradrin's home for help against the Fungarians in Bosswood
Our
Bay.
lives are
Okay,
our
before we do
own.
that, we've got a talent point we need to pick out. Okay, so we've got Demonic Art increases the damage of your next Chaos Bolt, Rain of Fire, or Shadow Burn by 100% and reduces its cast time by 50%. Enemies engaged by your Overlord have their souls cloven, increasing damage taken by you and your pets by 5% for 15 seconds. Or we can go down the next route here, which is Infernal Bulwark. Unending Resolve grants Soul Leech equal to 10% of your maximum health and increases the maximum amount of Soul Leech can absorb by 10%. For 8 seconds, I hate the double talk, I really do. Infernal Vitality. Unending Resolve heals you for 30%. Okay, we're gonna pick that one. Alright, so make sure nothing's around before we just start running. Oh, I forgot about the little boom boom mushrooms, as I call them. Now, this area here hasn't been that bad, really. The first time through was, of course, the day of release of Early Access. And so, of course, everyone was here. Everyone was, like, having a grand old time. Oh, let's get out of that. And so, it was literally like, it took me almost an hour in this area just to do, like, 1 or 2 things. This time, it's not so bad. I'm actually getting stuff done. I think more and more people are not doing the lower level areas anymore. They've all moved on to higher level areas, so that's not so bad. Now, it is 6 o'clock, so I believe Early Access is over, and now it's just, you know what, maybe we should look that up. Maybe we should look that up. Let's look that up real quick while my character sits here. I know they have scheduled maintenance tomorrow. Oh, they've extended it already. It was from 7 to 8, now it's 7 to 9, which means I probably won't get very much WoW time tomorrow. It just says World of Warcraft, The War Within is now live. It's giving me the purchase now option, but I've already purchased it. I don't need to repurchase it. Hold on, let me go to... Let's go to worldofwarcraft.com. And we're going to look it up real quick. I'm already logged in. How about that? Let's learn more. It just says it's now live. But it doesn't say like if it's live now or if it's live 3 hours from now. Like, it doesn't say. Let me check real quick. I'm gonna ask my guildies. Whoops. Already live. I put TW instead of TWW. Oh, they're gonna think I'm talking about time walking. They're gonna know. They're gonna know what I mean. The fine craftsmanship in this clay pot is betrayed by the odor of rotting tree bark stored within it. It's not what I was looking for. Look at these cute little, and they have names. This one is Mr. Munchykins. This one's Mayor Striggs, and that one's Trunksy. Oops. everyone's like, yeah, it's already live. And I'm like, I'm kind of stunned because I'm not trying to talk it up, but there's been like, let me explain why I'm freaking out about that. I got the memory. Final offering. I can wait no longer. We are abandoned. These woods will have to hold without me. Goodbye. The reason why I'm freaking out is because for the last several days, hold on, let me get rid of that. They're like towed, I guess. What's it saying? 5. I thought it was at 6. Wow. I'm shocked because the last several days it's been lag, services shutting down while you're still playing, or just full disconnects, or rubber banding. It's been problem after problem after problem. And there's very few players around. I would have assumed now that the game's live that there'd be people everywhere. Alright, so we gotta check this. The stone banner would have once hung proudly outside this home as a pledge to the keepers and their edicts. Now it's a symbol of a broken memory and an empty promise. Alright, and the last thing here is the Shillalog. What the hell's a Shillalog? Radron's Shillalog. What the fuck is a Shillalog? What is that? That makes no sense.
Welcome, Outlander. May all paths be
Use
open
Radron's
to you.
Shillalog to purify Boss Brute Basin. Okay, I remember this now. I remember doing this, and this was kind of like, it was interesting. We'll say that. We have to destroy these wards, and then I believe we have to find corrupted animals and purify them. Probably doing stuff out of town. What is this you speak of? Just kidding. Oh, I've got somebody who says, I felt like I was the only person in the world who didn't get the 3 days early access, like everyone had it. It did feel that way, didn't it? It did feel that way. It really felt like everyone in the world was doing early access. And on the one hand, it was fun. Okay, here's one of the infected pea owls. Yay! We saved her! It did feel like everyone in the world was doing early access. So maybe that was it, or maybe Blizz made the decision to, for like the first week or two, shard their servers. They did that with, I believe, Legion, where they sharded servers, not sharded servers, and that they had so many people on instance versions of the live server, which honestly, that's the right way to go. I feel like it should always be like that. I feel like servers, the game itself, okay, I thought about this earlier and I didn't really know how to put it into words, but I think I do now. I think the game would benefit because they're doing this big move towards allowing you to play the game however you want, not just the way that everyone's initially played it, which was everyone plays the game by joining guilds, running content once they reach a certain level, or running battlegrounds. Like that has been, for the longest time, really one of the only ways to play the game. You either do world content to level, or power level in dungeons, or do battlegrounds. Like it's always been about the group. It's always been about the group content. And the problem with that is, that's not the wrong way to play the game. There's multiple ways to play the game. But the problem with that is they're still wanting to keep the initial core group of its players that they had 20 years ago, right? Most of us, while we haven't moved on, we're older now. We don't like being around other people that much anymore. It's not about, can you not run, dude? It's not about being in groups anymore. We've had all the group fun we want, and more people who are old players of the game, we want to be left alone most of the time. And more of us are opting out of playing the game that way. What is he doing? Is he like stuck? Where is he going? He just took off to the other side of the damn shore. I don't understand that. Anyway, so yeah, we've all grown up and gotten old and like set in our ways, and like we don't want to be around the toxic, childish ass, immature ass players anymore. We want to be around, you know, our guildies that we've known for umpteen years. But that's it. And so Blizz was like, we gotta evolve our play. You know, we gotta evolve our playtime and the way that we are approaching not just who plays, but how they play. So, can I please just, well, I guess I can't leave. I didn't realize I could do it. Someone killed that rare. How about that?
It's not ready yet.
How about that? Somebody actually killed that rare. It probably was a group. So anyway, they're like, what can we do? So they implemented this new way of playing, which is, now you have these solo scenarios, you have delves, you have, follower dungeons. By the way, follower dungeons are so freaking cool, you guys. Like, I've never been one, and you guys know this, I've never been one to enjoy dungeoning because I don't like group content, and in order to do dungeons, it's group content. You're forced to play with guildies, which, don't get me wrong, I love my guildies. I love them so much. They're so nice, they're so friendly, they're so helpful, they're really awesome people. I just don't like playing with other people. I've made that quite clear, I feel. And so, now they have the ability, you can play the game pretty much as a solo experience now. I think raiding is still off the table, you know, which, that's fine. If raiding is off the table, it's off the table. I'm gonna fly. I want to like skip some of this. I feel like that'll be the next big thing. I would love, I'm not joking, I would love for them to have like follower raids where you don't necessarily get the highest end gear, but you can still get comparable end game gear. They're not making the game casual friendly. The game's always been casual friendly in some ways. I feel like they're making it casual friendlier. So like people like me who, I'm not as progressive in terms of like, I'm not trying to like push to get that last 0.1% bit of DPS or something, but sometimes people like me who play the game the way I do, we don't get the full story of the expansion until long after that expansion's passed. You know, we go back and solo it by ourselves when we can.
No directive needed.
Defeat Rotbark. That was that big guy that was walking around out there. We have to go defeat Rotbark. We might go ahead and swap our mounts out because we're doing a lot of flying right now. So let me just say this about the whole playing the game as a solo experience. It would go a lot. I hit one more of those things. It would go a good ways if they allowed you to do the raids like with followers. Although that being said, I'm wondering how they would have enough followers for you to do like a 25-man and then a 40-man, you know? Maybe if they did follower raids, you could only do 25-man raids. That would be the caveat. I would be fine with that. Only 25? I'm fine with that. Oh, there's the dude that we need. We gotta hit him with this thing that's gonna like shrink him down. Oh, we got this. He's gone. He's gone. Bye-bye. Oh, actually, no. I was fighting the other dude. Oh shit! I thought we had Bloodbart. Okay. Oh, we got him though. I mean, not that big a deal. And we filled up our bar. We got 46 gold and 14,000 XP. That's what's up. All right, let's go turn this in.
Tell me, what
Scorpius
drives
Hood. Oh, and I can use it. Okay.
I need to target something first.
Alright, so we can use that hood actually. How much do we get from it? 275 intellect? Yes! I don't like it. But it goes with the whole outfit, I guess. There's that. It goes with the whole outfit. Alright, let's go ahead and disenchant that we were wearing. This is the problem with having an enchanter is, see, on any other tune that doesn't have enchanting, you can just sell all your old gear and make gold off of it. But now, you're disenchanting it, you're out that gold. Okay, so we need to go here to Goldrun's Reach. We're gonna do that one next. What is this? We'll lord this off exile. We're not worried about that, dude. I have an add-on. It's a adjunct to the Handy Notes add-on, and it allows me to open up my map and it'll show me all of the rares, all of the treasures, and how to get said treasures or rares, how to spawn them in, or how many there are to find. Like, some rares will only spawn if you do certain things. Like, for instance, in the Ringing Deeps, which I haven't unlocked at all, there are X amount, I think there's 5 levers hidden all over the zone. You have to pull them simultaneously. That's group content, but you have to pull all 5 of them simultaneously, and then it'll spawn in this dude right here, the Lurker of the Deeps, right? Oh no, you have to, I'm sorry, not, simultaneously. You have 10 seconds from the time the first one's pulled to the time the last one's pulled. They all have to be pulled within 10 seconds of each other. And it'll spawn in the Lurker of the Deeps. And it will give you a mole mount. Not a flight mount, but a mole mount. That's one I'll never get unless someone in my guild is nice enough to carry me. But like I said, there are certain mounts that, or not mounts, but certain bosses that require specific things to be done. Or there are certain treasures that in order to find the treasure, you have to talk to a certain person. There's 2 of them that I've gotten where you talk to someone and you fetch something for them and then they give you the treasure. That's simple.
Make sure to take notes.
Oops, speaker Brent.
Directive.
Collect 3 power cells.
May the deeps continue to ring.
Alright, so this is probably where we're going to have to leave it, guys, because we're already a half hour over time. I could just, this is the thing, like I could just keep playing and running my mouth, because the expansion is so good. And I still want to give my final thoughts. Okay, and we're gonna be raiding out to Crafty Cub in a couple of minutes. Anyway, let me go ahead and exit the game, and we're gonna talk about a couple of things that I really want us to talk about. The first one being, we love this new expansion. It feels so good. Okay, let me just say this. Like Shadowlands did not hit where it was supposed to because they cut corners and they tried to put too much in without context. There were parts of it that felt like were forced. There were parts of the storyline. It started in BFA actually. Actually, some of the story that we're dealing with now started in BFA. I'm all for using multiple expansions to tell an overarching narrative, right? That's fine. That being said, if that's the route you're gonna go, and that's great, I love that. That's winning in my book. But if you're going to use multiple expansions to tell an arc, only tell it in the expansions. Don't have a book for this one and a book for this one and a book for this one, and supplementary reading and short stories. Don't use that to tell the narrative and then expect people to just know in the game. There are some people who can only afford the game. They can't afford, and that's $15 a month. They can't afford a $40 book payment or a streaming service that will show them the little animated shorts. I love the Warbringers. I love the Warbringer episodes that we get. They're great, but they should not be required material in order for you to understand the context of what's going on in this scenario and this expansion. Only tell the story in the expansions. If you write a book, make it about something that happened that doesn't have anything to do with the main story. Make it about this particular character's adventures on their day off, or there was a book that came out, a World of Warcraft book, and it was the story of, I think it was Adventures of Azeroth, where it was these kids that had a little adventure in the World of Warcraft. Not human kids, but kids in the game. They were some kids. I don't think they're named in the game. I think they were just some throwaway characters they made for the book. But they had a little adventure that ended up having impacts in the game. And unless you knew to read that book, you didn't know any of this stuff had happened or what it pertained to. So I will say this: Dragonflight and The War Within have gotten so much better with not just their cinematics, but their storytelling. They've made it to where everything that you need to know is in the game. You don't have to watch something on YouTube or buy a book or download something on Audible or ask too many questions. More and more often than not, people are having more and more conversations about, this is what's wrong with the game, not this is what's wrong with the storytelling. That's a win. That's a win. And also, I will say also, I think Blizzard finally learned that telling their entire story in one expansion isn't always the best route. Now, in the Burning Crusade, it worked. In Wrath of the Lich King, it worked. Those were self-contained problems. But the problem that our characters are having now aren't just... they're not just in our neighborhood. They're in everyone's neighborhood. And so Blizzard is like, we can't tell this story in one expansion. And now that we've decided that we're going to tell it in 3 expansions, the scale and scope of it can be so much better and more nuanced. And the delivery of it can be given in such a way that it really tugs at people's heartstrings. It makes them make decisions that makes them like, oh, I hate this. Let me just say this, and I've said this 1,000 times, and I'll keep saying it till the day I'll die on this hill. Even if you don't like your decisions, okay, say for instance, you're playing a game and you get really attached to a character, right? And at the end of a story arc, this character dies, or you have to make a decision that you don't like, or you're put in an impossible set of decisions where, like, no matter which one I pick, it's not what I would want. On the one hand, that's the right response. You're supposed to have a response to something that gives you like a moral dilemma, right? That being said, and I've said this about Bethesda, and I'm saying it about Blizzard now, which is something I never thought I would say about Blizzard, but regardless of whether or not you like or dislike the outcome of something, when you have a powerful response that you're left, if it's a 5-minute situation where you're like, oh, I didn't like that, I'm not gonna play this game anymore. But if you, like, 5 days later are like, God, I can't believe that, or that did not go how I thought it was gonna go, that is writing. Even if you don't necessarily agree with it, when it evokes that kind of a response in you, that is writing. And that is writing right. I have specific quest lines that I will not do anymore in Fallout 4. There's a whole expansion in Fallout 4 that I won't play anymore because I know how it ends, and I just can't. There's actually I'm talking about Nuka World. Nuka World has 2 specific things that I hate it for, but not hate. I love it because it pulls that kind of a response out of me, but I hate it because it's awful. There's one in particular that when I think about it, I almost tear up because it's so bad, and it's not the end. It's just something that's like thrown away to the side that you're just like, you know, like, I love writing like that. That is writing. That's what being a dev is all about. That's what a dev lives and breathes for. That's their bread and butter. When they put out a product that someone takes part in and they walk away with a, what just happened to me? That is what the devs and the writers live for. That is what they are here for. That's why they're making this game. That is the story that they wanted to tell. Now, having Chris Metzen back at the helm in terms of like the creative direction, I guess you could say, of where World of Warcraft is going, feels phenomenal. Also, it helps that Ian is going nowhere, and he's passionate about not just the game, not just making the game, but playing the game and enjoying the game. And then Holly Longdale, who is a businesswoman who loves the game. Like, I knew something was up with Holly. I knew she was going to be good for the game when she showed up, and that custom-made, perfectly tailored Alex Straza duster of hers, I was like, oh, she understood the assignment. She did the reading. She knew what was going on. She showed up. She came to the playground to fucking play. Like, I feel like we have the Holy Trinity right now in World of Warcraft. This is our golden era of World of Warcraft. We have Chris Metzen, Ian Hazzikostas, and Holly Longdale. We got rid of Mike Morhaime. We got rid of Bobby Kotick. We got rid of Alex Afrasiabi. How bad of a human being do you have to be that when you are ousted out of a game company, they go through the entire game world, every expansion, and they scrub every reference of you? Alex Afrasiabi. And matter of fact, since his whole demise in World of Warcraft, I haven't seen him attached to any other company or game. Rightly so. That's all I'm gonna say about that. What's up? I love that little, is it a cat? Is that a cat? I mean, I know it says good one, but is that a cat? What is that? For those of you who are watching on the VOD, Thunder just tossed an emote in. I think it's a cat. No clue. Thanks a lot, Thunder. You're supposed to save me. I trusted you. Anyway, so, what else was I gonna say? Oh. Okay, in terms of, it's one of the Twitch hype train emotes. Okay, that's all, enough said. The other thing I was gonna say, I meant to show you guys my shirt. Can't hear you, I'm gaming. Normally I show them off a lot sooner than usually. I'm like, and today's stream is brought to you by whatever gay shirt I'm wearing. But today I wanted to wear one of my old school ones. This is one of the ones I used to wear all the time when I first started streaming. I almost wore my wife beater again, but I've got that fan going and my air going, and then I've got that fan going. So I'm actually a little chilly right now because this fan's been blowing on me for like 3 hours almost. So I'm kind of freezing. My hands are like ice. My knees, my knees are literally like, I know when I go to stand up, I'm gonna have a hard time bending my legs. But the thing I was gonna say about The War Within is it starts with Dragonflight, okay? Dragonflight was a huge redemptive arc from Shadowlands, right? We thought BFA was bad. Let me just say this. I have loved every single World of Warcraft expansion. Every single one of them. I love them for certain things. Until recently, if I had to pick my favorite expansion, it's one of the fan favorites. Like, until Legion came around, Wrath of the Lich King was everyone's favorite, and rightly so. I feel like it checked a lot of the boxes. I would say, until Legion came around, my favorite expansion was Kata, believe it or not, because that's where stories started changing. First of all, it changed the world, which is something that we needed. We needed something new because we were just running around in the same zones, doing the same stories, killing the same bad guy, basically. So Kata didn't just introduce, another new bad guy with godlike powers. It also introduced old zones as new zones. We ran around, and of course we had new zones, but it changed a lot of the initial world. They streamlined some quests. They opened up every original quest that they didn't change for everyone, so everyone could farm rep with old factions and stuff. That was kind of cool. But Kata was where the story changed. The stories in World of Warcraft have always had an overlaying darkness where, other than the grind, world quests, where you just fetch quests or grind quests, I'm talking about the story. Like, when you get to a zone that had something to do with more of the story of the expansion, you would get, some flavor in there, and then you'd go somewhere else and you get a little bit more flavor, and then you'd go somewhere else and you get a little bit more flavor, that sort of thing. But in Kata, every zone was impacted by Deathwing, and every zone had this overarching darkness. And then with the main story, that's where they started saying no one's immortal anymore. They took away the dragons aspects, yes, at the very, very tail end of it. But before that, they started saying, anyone can and will, and in a couple of instances did die. We lost some lore characters, and I was like, oh, they're making waves. And then they kind of, just Mists of Pandaria was a theme parky throwaway expansion that they gave up on halfway through, just like they did in Warlords of Draenor. And then Legion came out. So we'd had several years of kind of subpar mediocre, mismatched content, stuff. In Warlords of Draenor, they famously cut out so much content that there was literally whole gaps in storytelling. And we just had to infer. And then Legion came out. And Legion was the shit. Legion was, until recently, my absolute favorite gem of all expansions. It's probably my number 2 now. But it was my number 1 for years and years and years. I loved it more than I loved Battle for Azeroth. I loved it more than I loved Shadowlands. I loved it still a little bit more than I loved Dragonflight, although Dragonflight was awesome. But this expansion, The War Within, is probably my favorite. There are some takeaways, I don't like the fact that it seems like all crafting is stuck on, you have to go to a crafting table in order to level your profession. I don't like that. Now, I understand that's actually a callback to when World of Warcraft first launched, because when World of Warcraft first launched, in order for you to level your professions, you had to go to a crafting table. Now, here's the thing. Tailoring in particular, in Burning Crusade, you could still level your tailoring without having to go to crafting tables. Or maybe that was Wrath of the Lich King. But anyway, in order for you to make specific types of cloth, like shadow cloth or fell cloth or moon cloth, you had to go to a specific type of loom to make the cloth, and then you could just make whatever with it. I believe that's how it worked. It's been so long, I'm a little fuzzy. That would be fine, but tying your entire profession to a crafting table when they're hard to find, first of all. Also, it's like, once you're done in Dornagal, once you're done in Khazalgar, Khazalgar is like a hub city. It's a main city. It's like a capital city. And the next one being Maraldar, I think is the name of it, in Hallowfall. In the Ringing Deeps, you have a quest hub city, but it's not a capital city, so it doesn't have all of the tables. It doesn't have the auction house. I don't even know if it has the bank. So in order for you to like go to your bank, go to the auction house, level your professions, you have to leave that whole zone and go to another zone and then go to the capital city there. That feels a little, you know? That being said, the storylines are amazing. The cinematics are amazing. The pacing of the leveling is amazing. The new talents, hero talents, those are amazing. Everything about the expansion is amazing, except that one thing probably is the way they've done talents. Now, a lot of people are arguing that, oh, with the changes that they're making in talents, it's keeping people from creating a monopoly in the auction house. Like, for instance, tailors are the only ones that can now farm cloth. I mean, you'll still find it every once in a while, like if I open up a treasure chest and I can pull out some cloth. But like as a blacksmith or any other class even, if I don't have tailoring as my profession, I don't find cloth just organically like I normally would. So I'm kind of for it because then it allows tailors to have an ability to make more gold, and I have several tailors. Cool, fine, whatever. That being said, it's a lot harder for tailors to make cloth because they are notoriously cloth wearers. And so they're a lot squishier. So going out and farming cloth, and it's not like every time they kill something, they farm cloth. It's not like that. It's like they still farm cloth like they normally would. It's a chance of getting cloth. So I might kill 3 mobs and get 20 cloth, or I might kill 200 mobs and get 1 cloth, if that. It's a chance, you know. So that leaves a little bitter taste in my mouth. I love warbands, I love warbanks, and I can't wait for warbands to follow you into follower dungeons. That's all I'm going to say about that. Also, one more little thing. I love cross-faction guilds. I love cross-faction guilds. I love it so much. I just think that it's still a little too hard to get opposite factions into guilds. Like, I'm in a guild called Gamers Reborn, right? It is initially a horde guild, although there's a lot of alliance players in there now because they've got cross-faction guilds. It is hard to get your allied characters in there. There's ways of doing it. Now, if I made characters that didn't have alt codes in their name, it'd be a lot easier. But make it so you can find these guilds in cross-faction guild searching, you know? That way you can apply to them, hop on your toon that's already in the guild, and invite them if you're able, if you have those kind of permissions. Don't wait, you know, till a GM or an officer, anyone who has it, don't pester people. If you can do it yourself, you should be able to do it yourself. That's all I'm saying. They still got a little ways to go with cross-faction guilds. Now they have cross-realm guilds. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that because there are certain, I'm not going to call anyone out, but anyone who plays World of Warcraft knows this. There are certain realms that are notorious for having shitty players. And I'm gonna name names. Mok'Nathal and Area 52 are notorious for having some of the worst players. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about having... Now, I'm not saying that every single person on that server is garbage. I'm just saying that I'll give you a list. Area 52, Mok'Nathal, Sargeras, and there was one other. But those are there's like 4 servers that every time I have a bad interaction with someone in the world, they're usually from those 4 servers. And giving them the option of joining my guild is a little daunting, to say the least. Anyway, what we need to do now is, because I've got Twitch pulled up, we're going to be going to... Oh, Dylan is actually streaming. Wait. Taliesin and Evitel. Oh! Wait, is Eric not streaming? Oh, there he is. Okay, he must have changed his little icon. He's number 1. He is number 1. We're gonna be shouting out to him. I'm sorry, shouting out. We're gonna be raiding out to him in a minute. I don't have like a raid call. I haven't sat down and made one myself. Eric sometimes sends me one, and that's really cool and all, but I don't have a raid call myself. But what we're going to be doing is raid the Crafty Cub. We're going to raid out to him. I always do this wrong. Usually he raids out for me, but we're going to raid out to his channel. And when you guys get there, everyone say ribbit ribbit, and just say hello, hang out if you want. I'm going to raid out to him, and then I'm going to run and go pee, and then I'm going to run downstairs and give Joseph a kiss and probably grab a candy bar. And then I'm going to hop back up here and talk to Eric for a minute. But I thank you guys so very much. I had so much fun today. I hope you guys yeah, absolutely, ribbit ribbit. I hope you guys had a blast as well. And I want to thank Thunder for asking questions, and him for keeping me company as well. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.